Meanwhile, Anthony Albanese has a stack of challenges himself. The polling came out this week. Peter Dutton ahead as preferred Prime Minister. So he's got some work to do, the Prime Minister.
He has to come out and convince the electorate that this is an unnecessary development as far as the electorate's concerned. It's going to be not going to be ready in time. It's going to be too expensive, and we've got renewables and we've got transitional energy like gas to get us through to fully renewable, and we've got a level of urgency about it because we can't wait until the 2040 or whenever when these nuclear power plants would be online. We actually have to be dealing with this problem right now. So he's got quite a complex argument. I don't think he can trivialise it, and I don't think he will trivialise it. But there will be people out there. We've all had a bit of fun ourselves, you know, with the three-headed fish and whatever.
Oh, yeah.
But the serious issue really is, how does this affect people's cost of living in the short term? And that's where I think Dutton's going to try to take it.
What about the visit of the Chinese Premier? How did it go?
Well, I think on balance it went well. I mean, we saw those rather ugly protests out the front. We saw attempts to block a Chinese Australian journalist who'd been held in detention, one of Sky's journalists, which is all juvenile and...
Doesn't come as a great surprise, does it?
Not really. And, you know, it's all about trying to control the media in a way that just tells the stories about what China's like. Having said that, it was only a few years ago that the Chinese ministers weren't even taking the calls from ministers in the Morrison government because of how he deeply offended the Chinese leadership with calls to investigate the COVID outbreak with investigatory bodies going into China, something which was always going to be very unacceptable to them. So the Labor government's actually taken them a lot further down the path of restabilising our trading relationship with that country.
Yeah, finally, 2 points clear Joe Biden in the latest poll against Donald Trump, but we're a little bit done for time. But is this showing that conviction is hurting him, Trump?
Well, it may well. The early indications seem to have been that people who were less locked into Trump were now moving away from him in significant numbers. Up to 21% of soft Republican voters, independently inclined voters, were now voting, or were not now voting for Trump. So he's got some work to do. We've got a big debate coming up this coming week. It'll be interesting to see how that goes.
Yeah, it is fascinating. It is a soap opera.
Love it.
Talk to you soon, Bruce.
Thanks, Tim.